So today I'm going to be doing a you and that person on your mind reading, basically a relationship reading. So you pick whoever, fits in the spot. Remembering that a relationship is formed by two people with similar interests. So whether that is romantic, platonic, familial, or career, that can all possibly show up here today. You just take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Today, I actually have a new deck. It's called What's Gossip. And so, yeah, I will be ending the readings with an extra little razzle dazzle. I'll go sign by sign. And if you're dealing with a particular sign, there may be something that'll pop up from here. But otherwise, regardless of what's going on the table, I'll just pull a card for each sign and just see what the vibe is. So if you're trying to see what's going on with other people around you as well, besides what's going on the table. Okay. So I'm going to be breaking this down into the modalities, the cardinal signs, the fixed signs, and the mutables. So just look for your group. It's going to be a bigger collective reading. So it's going to be an even broader and general reading. So again, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. But I will see you at your reading. First, I will be starting with the cardinal signs: Aries, Cancer, Libra, Capricorn. So again, I'll see you at your sign. Okay, so this one's for my cardinal signs: Aries, Cancer, Libra, Capricorn. This is for your sun, moon, or if you know your natal chart, your Venus and your Mars is actually kind of specific as well. But sun and moon is absolutely good. Even risings. We accept risings here too. Okay. Sun, moon, rising, Venus and Mars. If you have heavy cardinal signs there. Okay, so I'm going to be doing this as a Celtic cross style layout. So it's basically going to explain the relationship as a whole, but then I will get some more personal aspects as well as to where you're standing from outside of the situation, outside of the relationship. Okay, so again, a relationship is formed by two people who have similar interests or the same interests within each other, excuse me. And so whether that is romantic, platonic, family, or career, it all has the possibility of showing up here. So what's ever in your energy, okay? What's ever in your energy. Take what resonates. All right. I still want to shuffle a little bit. Y'all, this is my OG deck. Like, I've had this not even that long, but but this is literally my first deck. I got her in probably 2001, but I didn't start using her into, I said 2001, excuse me. I was only like 1 or 2. I'll take that back. 2021. Oh my gosh. How old am I? 2021 is when I got this deck. Probably like most likely towards the end of the year. And then it wasn't until the early beginning of the year that I finally decided to use her of 2022. And so, yeah, anyway, just chatting. Goodness. Where was I going with that? Yeah, that's why she kind of like rusty and dusty and crusty, okay? So don't judge her. All right, but she has so like I cannot replace her, okay? I could, but I will not replace her because like how dare I just try to get a new one? She's beautiful. She's a holographic deck, and she's the absolute love of my life. But she got a few cracks and crannies in her, and let's just talk about you. All right, this is the central energy around the relationship, okay? This is what is challenging it. All right. This is what lies unconsciously, what is beneath the relationship, the underlying cause. This is what is behind the relationship, something from the past. This is what is above the relationship, something that is within reach, a goal that you're striving for. Try to make more room so that you can see. All right. And this is what is ahead, the future of the relationship. Okay. This is your heart space, cardinal signs. This is your environment. This is your, excuse me, I totally blanked. Wishes and our fears, hopes and our fears, excuse me. Have a dentist in a minute. And then this is your personal outcome. All right. What's at the bottom of the deck will not be revealed until the end of the reading for further clarification. And so let's get to flipping. And then we will further clarify some things if I need to. So I'm going to just get this out. All right. Well, let's start. So the central energetic center. I don't know why I said it that way. Anyway, is 5 of Cups, actually. Okay. So 5 of Cups is emotional loss, grief, regret, disappointment, just feeling like you lost more than you gained here. And yeah, you're just going through the bouts of grief, it seems like. But this card is always like something to look at if you look at it deeper. That it may not be known to you just yet, but you may have, things happen for a reason or I'm not giving advice on this just yet. I'm going to just leave it there. 5 of Cups is about just emotional grief, loss, and disappointment. So what's challenging that? That's already pretty much a challenging aspect. The Knight of Cups. What's actually being offered? Okay. The Knight of Cups can also mean just about being able to be emotionally consistent, consistent to your emotional needs and things like that. The Knights are a messenger, though. There is incoming energy. But whether it's this person offering or you offering, it just seems like there's why did I want to say trauma bond? But there's just like a lot of grief and regret around this, around taking this. And then again, like I said, you may lose more than you gain. Because the Knight of Cups is building some type of reservoir to be able to expand his capacity to be more emotionally, obviously emotionally available, and then being able to hold more space for emotional depth too. And so it's just conflicting right now because there's not a stable, or like I said, consistency within maintaining your emotional needs. Okay, what's below this, what's beneath this situation was kind of unconscious, an unconscious I have not done this in a while. My brain is just so blank to what's going on right now. I blame it on Mercury. um, what's unconscious, what's an unconscious cause to this is mental conflict, even like gaslighting. The thing about the Five of Swords is it's a lose-lose situation. Like, you may have gotten the last word, but it doesn't resolve anything because you're burning bridges and you're just not looking at things clearly. So it's about mental conflict within yourself or with your person, um, even an argument, just something very tense here when it comes to communication. Okay, so that's the underlying cause, but then there was something that has happened in the past. Let's see. Heartbreak, pain, separation, even breakup, but ultimately you're healing from a separation. That's why I said trauma bond. But you're healing from a situation, something that was disappointing. That's it, and that's all. Obviously, it was painful and heartbreaking and things like that. So I'm just kind of like I'm not quite sure what this offer is. I might just have to clarify it. But okay, let's see what you're striving for. What's the goal within all of this? Happiness. You don't want to work. You don't want to work with it. You're not trying to build it up, or you're feeling burnt out because you're overcompensating. You're overworking. You're undervalued. You're underappreciated. Obviously, this isn't something that you're striving for, but these are conscious efforts, whether on your part or the others. So like I said, with this conflicting Knight of Cups, I mean, it could go either way. Either you're consistent, either you're adaptable, and willing to learn, or you're not. You're completely resistant and you're staying stagnant. Stagnant water gets real dirty real quick. It's not good to drink. It just holds on to things that need to been filtered out. So what's ahead of this? What's in the future? I just like resentment and just like holding grudges, holding on to just like BS. The Five of Cups is is it up here? Oh, we got the Five of Cups. Five. Fives are all about challenges and conflict. Hardships. Mental conflict, arguments. Physical conflict, fights. But it was in the reverse, so I'll give you that in the future here. But there's still like energy. But there's still energy lingering, ultimately, from all of this conflicting energy. It's a bunch of like egos clashing at each other. But in a sense, you're getting over it. You're working through it. You're not working intentionally with this energy that's going on. So I don't want to say maybe you're not working with this person, but maybe you're just not working with the energy that they're giving off. Like they're giving boohoo sad sob story and stuff like that, but you're trying to tell them that there's a silver lining after all, because why are 2 cups red and 1 green? It just points to 1 cup being contaminated, and if you didn't get rid of it, or if it just didn't become a loss to you, it would have contaminated the rest of your 5 cups that you still have. And it's like 2 of cups is like, you have me, so like you don't need those other things. So I feel like whatever you may be offering something like some type of consistency and some type of nourishment to their emotional needs and stuff like that, just because things may have been conflicting in the past, super conflicting in the past, healing from heartbreak, you or them, right? And you're like, we're not going to work with this anymore. This just doesn't work, because it just leaves you feeling down and feeling like you got all the weight on your shoulder and you got the burden to carry and stuff like that, and all the responsibility. And it's really not not like that, especially if you're not getting the right respect and appreciation for your work, Take that how you take that. I really hope it was the second situation, okay? But let's see where you're at. I love that. The Wheel of Fortune. The wheel is turning in your favor. Success in due time. In due time, when you do the work. You said you're not working with this energy. So in due timing, when you make this shift, it's like a quantum leap. You just enter a whole new timeline of good fortune, because you have a new mindset of what you want to thrive within. Okay. Your heart space knows that in due timing, I will succeed. And I love that. I'm glad I was able to turn that around for you, because I was like, okay, like, so let's take a look in your environment. I know that's right. You sitting on your throne, the Emperor. This is actually Aries energy, cardinal signs. But the Emperor, he's stable, he's secure. He knows what to do. I mean, he is him or her. Okay, but he gets it done, and he's just confident. He's confident in his abilities, and and those abilities is to be able to protect, serve, and provide for his kingdom. Not even his kingdom. Like an emperor has multiple kingdoms, right? So he has the ability to take control of it all and lead the way. But this is also just inner divine masculine energy, the ability to take action and have pride in pride in yourself, because it's Aries energy. So it's a little selfish, but you have to think about it. You need to be able to secure and protect yourself before you even try to do that for anybody else. You can be as sacrificial as you want, but it's not gonna translate as you think it will, But that's this, that, and the other. The Emperor just knows his stuff, and he's absolutely confident about his abilities on working things out and pushing forward. Okay, and so what is in your hopes and or fear? 3 major arcanas all in your space. I kind of like it, and I'm excited for the outcome. Actually, don't give me the plot twist of my life, please. Please. Okay, we have the Lovers. I probably shouldn't have shown that. I'll blur it out. I can just blur it out, but it's going on YouTube. Anyway, the Lovers. What I was gonna say, but this is hopes and or fears. I mean, the Lovers is a super, you know what? I love that I was able to turn this reading around. Absolutely. Because I was so confused. I was like, I don't even want to know what's going on over here. Personally, I forgot. This is the situation. This is just the energy surrounding the situation. And yeah, this is you. Okay. And I love this. So in your hopes and or fears, the Lovers, listen, the Lovers is about a sacred connection. Yes, indeed. It's very divine. I said divine masculine. You need in divine, excuse me. I said divine masculine. Oh my goodness. I said divine masculine already. And next, you need the divine feminine, which I definitely need to slow down with to balance it out. And that is the Lovers, a divine connection. Okay. But the the Lovers is also about a choice, making the choice to choose each other every single day. Okay. So what are you choosing to bring together and unify right now? Since you're not working with this energy here, you're transitioning into a whole nother mindset and territory, and it's where you're choosing each other with divine connection. Okay. And so personal outcome, a fourth major arcana, and it's the Dielvo, but it's in the reverse. And I absolutely love it. I can't really show the bits and pieces of the people, but it's like this. And it's literally, oh my goodness, you can't see them. It's literally the Lover's card. It's literally the Lover's card. Bro, this is so beautiful. I love this for you. So, yeah, but in the reverse, this is you, excuse me, I lost my train of thought. I was just so intrigued by this reading right now. In the reverse, you are liberating yourself from any toxic behaviors, patterns, and frequencies, low frequencies that are meant to just keep you down. So anything that is toxic and of bad habit to you, take whatever resonates. I'm not going to really expand out of that, but we know what is toxic for us. We know what isn't supposed is. You know that. And it has to deal with a lot of things, including addictions and including like the negative patterns and behaviors that we are consciously or unconsciously operating in. Okay, the fears, the doubts, and all the other things that just bring us down and just lowers our frequency in life. We're liberating. You're liberating yourself from that. Absolutely. Hopes and our fears. I didn't get into the hopes and our fears. Going into a Lover's connection can be a hope and a fear. Absolutely. Because entering something healthy when you haven't had anything healthy and an experience, you get a little unsettled because you're like, what absolutely is this? But as long as you're working on it, or not working on the old negative patterns, and you're trying something new, you're choosing each other's needs, and focusing on like doing the things that you need to do, providing a certain stability and security within yourself that you can reflect into each other, that you can choose each other every day. And yeah, in your heart space, everything will fall into line. All the pieces will fall into place in due timing. And this is beautiful energy. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, let's see what's at the bottom of the deck. Ooh wee, Mama Jama. The fifth major arcana has shown. So the Tower in the reverse is a resistance to change. A resistance to change. And it's just like you already know what doesn't work, what you don't want to work with, what you're healing from, and you're just not trying to deal with all the BS of anymore. And you already 555 is change. It's the angel number of change, by the way. So beyond that, change has to come. You have to make a different decision. You have to make a different choice in order to get a different outcome. Okay, I tell Pisces this all the time, but as a Pisces rising, I can't lie. It's just a thing for me. But you can't keep trying the same things and expecting different results. Yeah, it just doesn't work. It will not work. And so you have to embrace the change. You have to, because what you're building on top of, or what you're excuse me, oh my goodness, what you're building on top of, or what you said that you're not building on top of no longer, it was still on fake, unsturdy, shaky foundation on its own. So like you trying to build something that you value on top of that foundation, it was all going to just come up under beneath you anyway. And you would have lost everything, all this goodness. You would just lose it all because it's on this shaky ass foundation right here. It does not work. It does not work. So time to let that go. I feel like I finally got the message of this reading. So I'll just pull a couple of cards just to clarify. But then at the end, I don't want to make this too long. We'll break out the gossip. You know what? I had a different name for her, but I'm even thinking about calling her the Burn Book. The Burn Book, because I mean, she's nice. She actually nice. She was nice to me. Okay, she was nice to me. But she got mean girl vibes. Anyway, let's get some clarity for this, especially this Tower. Why are we resisting this? The Temperance. We need to just remain patient. This is the sixth major arcana. So many major shifts is happening in your life right now behind the scenes. You don't even know how hard Spirit is working to make sure your person just bump into you the way that you want them to. So you better stay patient if you want that stuff to unfold how you want it to. You better remain patient. This card is about divine timing. The Temperance card. You better temper yourself. Don't get tempted into other things and other ways to cope and try to manage yourself like that. Practice moderation and stuff like that. Like you're good to do what you need to do, but like, come on, practice some patience, okay? Practice some patience. It's all working out for you behind the scenes. And you just need to just continue trusting that in your heart, that the wheel will be turning in your favor. And just trust the process right now. Trust the process right now. Please just trust the process right now. Everything has to be stripped away right now because it's not meant to come with you. Okay? It's not meant to come with you. Not into this new chapter. No. Okay? Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands, your energy is scattered. It's in the reverse. Your energy is scattered everywhere. You need to focus. Focus on what you're trying to achieve here. Focus on what you're choosing to do here. Focus on how you're trying to accomplish things. This is about ambition. Okay? in your drive, your inner willpower. What are you meant to do? How are you meant to execute your true purpose? Keep doing that. Keep focusing on that. Your person will find you. Or whatever the case is. I don't know. I don't know. Okay? But your person will continue to choose you. And you won't have to fear about that no more. As long as you keep choosing you, and you it sounds like selfish, but it's what it is. As long as you keep choosing you and taking care of you and your purpose, it will take care of the people it needs to take care of as well. Trust. I'll leave that at there with the reading, but guys, let's gossip. I don't know. Let's gossip. Anyway, it's really not all that bad, okay? It's really not all that bad, but let's see. I'm gonna go down the zodiac and try to pull a card for each sign. This is like my second time playing with this deck. I absolutely have. I only know just a few cards out of here, okay? Because I did my own reading with this, but otherwise, this is gonna be all a new experience for all of us. Okay, let me get on with it. Oh my goodness. Okay. Let's do it. If you're dealing with an Aries, it's a match. Swipe right. Online dating, instant attraction, digital romance, match found. If you're dealing with a Taurus, came out upside down, but it says blind date, surprise meeting, unexpected chemistry, awkward introductions, could be love or disaster. It's up to you. I meant to look at the bottom of the deck for this one. I'm sorry. But you might be matching with an Aries if you're doing online dating. Clickbait, misleading headlines, empty promises, exaggerated truths, not what it seems. I don't know. Maybe you even met this person online too. So you better check them on what they're displaying here, okay? If you're dealing with a Gemini, hustle mode, grinding hard, ambitious drive, determined effort, sleep can wait. You grinding, breadcrumbing, giving minimal attention, keeping options open, vague promises, never committing fully. So maybe this person is just in grind mode right now. Like it says, hustle mode, grind mode. And within that, they may be kind of giving you minimal attention, never fully committing to like their plans or things with you, or take it as what I just said, breadcrumbing, whatever. Okay, if you're dealing with a Cancer, poker face, hiding true feelings, impossible to read, emotionally detached, you'll never know. And then overnight success, you may see them posting on their social media or something like that. Rapid rise, sudden recognition, unexpected breakthrough, all eyes on me. They trying to I don't know, I feel like they put it on some type of facade, like they're showing you one side and they act in a way on social media another. Friend zone, platonic trap, unreciprocated feelings, stuck as friends, like a sibling to me. Yeah. Okay, if you're dealing with a Leo, me versus me, self-competition, personal growth, becoming better than yesterday, my only competition. Clout chaser, doing anything for attention, fame hungry, desperate for followers, anything for a like. Maybe you see a mirror within this person. Like you're mirroring this person, or this person is mirroring you. But yeah, take that. If you're dealing with a Virgo, status upgrade, new achievements, improved social standing, Lifestyle elevation, next level. But also past life comes out, previous connections, unexplained familiarity, unexplained familiarity, soul memories, I've known you before, energy. Spilled tea, secrets exposed, gossip spreading, leaked information, oops is out. Maybe they clout chasing too. I don't know. Virgos, maybe the Virgos is clout chasing too, because I had messed up my deck with that one. What's next? Oh, Libras. If you're dealing with the Libras, there's other Libras in this cardinal sign. If you're dealing with the Libra, I keep doing that. That's my fault. I'll be messing up my shuffles. Okay. Deja vu. Repeating patterns, familiar lessons, unresolved issues. We've been here before. Ghosted. Like, I think you've done this before. Why y'all be saying Libras be ghosting people? Sudden disappearance without explanation. Left hanging, seen but ignored. Abrupt silence. That doesn't sound like Libra at all. How dare they? Feel like you've been here before. Where do they get that type of energy from? How could they do that? That's definitely because that's you. All right. If you're dealing with a Scorpio, behind the mask, I'm going to push all this up. Behind the mask, hidden emotions, concealing true self, afraid to show reality. No one sees the real me. Maybe because they Photoshop. They got a mask and they Photoshop. Anyway, because they're faking perfection, artificial beauty, unrealistic standards, filtered beyond recognition. Photoshopped. They playing behind the mask and stuff like that, concealing true identity and self, afraid to show their true reality, and then says no one sees the real me. Okay, if you're dealing with a Sagittarius, hopeless romantic, believing in fairy tales, idealizing love, constantly waiting, forever dreaming. Possibly an energy vampire, draining connections, toxic influence, protect your energy, time to cut the cords. Time to cut the cord. Capricorn, if you're dealing with a Capricorn. If you're dealing with a Capricorn. Lessons learned, wisdom gained, completing cycles, growth through experience. I'm wiser now after dealing with the Capricorn. Breaking cycles, ending harmful patterns, freedom from repetition, new beginnings. It stops with me. Okay. If you're dealing with a Aquarius, oh goodness, mirror, mirror. You're mirroring each other, facing yourself and others, reflective relationships, self-awareness. What you see is you. Cuffing season, temporary relationships, seasonal companionship, short-term warmth until spring, divine intervention, unexpected guidance, universe stepping in, redirecting paths, saved just in time. So you're possibly mirroring this person right now while you all booed up with them, and it's just teaching you about self-awareness within the relationship, and it's divine intervention right now. So you will be redirected. You may get some redirection or whatever comes into this. Also, it's also possibly a lesson around boundaries, saying no firmly, protecting your peace, setting limits clearly. Enough is enough. And yeah, I feel like that's what the divine intervention here and what is being mirrored here is showing you for Aquarius. It's Pisces. Okay. If you're dealing with a Pisces, energy vampire, time to wake up. Again, draining connections, toxic influence, protect your energy, time to cut the cords, wake up call, spiritual awakening, sudden clarity, urgent awareness, can't ignore anymore. You can't ignore this anymore. You can't ignore the fact that you are drained every time you're around them. But what the hell? It says false alarm, exaggerated panic, unnecessary drama, overreaction to minor events, much ado about nothing. I feel like you gonna tap into this. You gonna feel like you. Excuse me, Pisces. If you're dealing with a Pisces, there's another card here. Friend zone. I don't know when this came out, but friend zone is here. Platonic trap. Unreciprocated feelings, stuck as friends, like a sibling to me. So I feel like, yes, this is saying like a false alarm. Like you feel like you head over heels for this person, but it's really not what it is. They're an energy vampire and you need to wake up to it. Once you start noticing like your energy, how your energy feels around them, I think you're going to wake up to it. This person's a total false alarm. Okay, so that is for my cardinal signs. This is my first time doing it like this. I had to make sure that I set this out right. This was fun to make. So I will keep going with my other reading. So if this resonated for you or you would like to dig deeper into this reading, please do not hesitate to reach out to me at Libra Baby Doll.